Have you ever had to overcome anything that you thought it was impossible to overcome in the first place? That's basically been my whole life. I'm a military child. From a young age up until now, family's still very involved in the military. But at a young age, I saw a lot of different things that people still aren't able to see at the age that maybe some of y'all are now. I got to go to Germany. I got to see different countries. I got to ski in places I never thought I was going to be able to ski. What I'm getting to is that Germany taught me a lot of values. A lot of being overseas taught me a lot of values and the morals that come with that. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. A lot of people in Europe aren't necessarily the nicest people in the world. And so whenever you would greet them like that, they would see you as a very nice guy. You know? So that's a lot of where I got that in values starting off. As I grew up, I started to see a lot of things overseas, like sports, football, basketball, croquet. I mean, you name it. I did it, I tried it, and I absolutely loved it. Sports is still just a major part of my life. And the reason for that is because I wanted to stay active while I was young, but I also, at the same time when I was young, I thought I could bring it to a place maybe where I could take it to the professional level. Okay. So I took it, and I worked hard at it every single day up until I got back to the States, and I realized that, you know, maybe a small percentage of the people that really want to work hard to a professional sport actually make it to that professional sport. So when I was around 12 years old and I was working to my dream of being a professional baseball player, I was struck in the head. Epidural hematoma. It absolutely crushed all my dreams to ever take it to that level, take it to that professional level. Granted, I was only 12 years old, but that's where everything starts. That's the root of it. So after that recovery, I took a second and I realized that, you know, maybe this wasn't for me. Maybe professional anything wasn't for me. Doctor told me I was probably never going to be able to play contact sports again, probably never come close to being able to play baseball again, if you could even get over the psychological fact that you're struck in the head with the baseball and now you have to get over it in order to go back and play again. So the doctor had a lot of doubts. I did too. Overcoming this took a lot of work. Fishing was something I picked up rather quickly. I got into it at a rather fast pace, but then what I realized is that fishing I can take further and have with me my whole life, and a professional sport isn't always going to be there for me. So that's what I did. I took it to that level, and I continued to work on fishing after overcoming this phenomenon of an injury. I've never seen anything like that at my age, so when it happened, I didn't really see it as a life-changing event. So 6 months later, as I did with fishing, I started fishing and also started playing football, which is, you know, great, contact sport. And so the doctor doubted it, never saw it coming. And as soon as I started gaining confidence in the quarterback position, I worked my way into high school. Transferred to Faith Academy, my buddy Brian, and we took it as far as we could. And so at that point, I really started looking at college. You know, should I play college football? Should I take it to the next level? And I did. I went to combines. I went to camps. I did everything I possibly could to take myself to the next level in football. But at the same time, fishing was also working. So when I wasn't playing football, I was really focused on fishing. But the problem with that was I had to choose one or the other. Because in my sophomore year, I had also offers for a full ride scholarship to go fish at Belton University in Tennessee. So I was juggling a lot of things. So at that point, I kind of just took it over and said, you know, I'm devoted to playing college football, but after my head injury, reoccurring concussions would come back up. Things just were a lot harder to take now that I was at the age that I was. And now I could realize that maybe playing college football isn't such a thing. So I got to the age of actually realizing this, that, okay, well now I'm going to be a freshman in college, and you know, I'm just going to take my fishing career as long as I could. So basically the whole realization was this is overcoming things, and overcoming things in a quick manner, and in a way I never thought that was possible. So through heartbreak and falling short of my football dreams, I never fall off the track with what my life entailed. I loved exponentially, gave with all my heart, and continued to train my mind, body, and soul into being the best Austin Ellis